YouTube, and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Hull City Career Mode. Here we get into episode 12 and into the second month of games in Season 2. We come up against Man City here. Mohamed Besic goes for one goal and tucks it into the bottom right hand corner to make it Manchester City 0, Hull City 1. A really good start to this game, 25 minutes in. Good passing, Mbakani put it through for Besic, who slid it into the bottom corner to make it 1-0. Then you can see we try to get it forward again, and they head it behind for a corner to us. Robert Snodgrass is there to whip it in, and the header, no, not a header, it comes off Besic's chest and goes into the back of the net to make it 2-0. Great finish, as it missed Rodriguez, and he was able to just chest it into the back of the net. After it hit his chest, it had gone too far for me to put a shot in, but it didn't matter because he'd put us 2-0 up. So you can see we try to get out, but it's poor defending. There you put it across goal, and it's put into the bottom corner to make it 2-1. Once again a goal I missed getting the footage of, so having to record it now. Then you can see we come forward with 20 minutes to go. Keane running, tries to pass it somewhere, gets lucky, gets into the box, beats his man and is pulled down. And I tried to change it to Besic here, but then it wouldn't allow me because I wanted him to get the hat-trick, and then it just didn't come up, so I worried that it would actually take too long and it would make me take the penalty because it didn't even come up to change player. But Mbakani stepped up and scored it into the top right corner, make it 3-1, and that's how that game finished. Now we get into our first game in the Europa League against Young Boys. But Mbakani goes for one goal and makes it 1-0 after 12 minutes in our first game in the Europa League. Obviously, because of finishing 5th last season, we're into the group stage of the Europa League, and we started well against Young Boys. I believe it's them, Aberdeen and Anderlecht in our group. I know it's definitely Aberdeen, but I'm not too sure about Anderlecht. I think it is though. Anyway, you can see they're coming forward here. About 10 minutes before a half-time, they get it to wide, and it's headed into the back of the net. I don't know how they were able to score there, and the defender should have gotten to the header first, and Mignolet probably should have saved it anyway. He should have been out fast enough to get the ball while it was in the air, but it was very poor defending and goalkeeping all round. But anyway, with about 50 minutes to go here, we get forward. It's passed out to Snodgrass. He cuts in, gives it to Hernandez, takes a couple touches past a player and beats the goalkeeper at his near post to make it 2-0 Hull against Young Boys. That was how that game finished, and a really good finish, but the keeper should be disappointed being beaten there. It was a good touch past the player, good couple touches to get into a position, and the shot was good enough to beat the keeper, to be fair. Anyway, Davis gets the ball and gives it to Rodriguez, who runs through on goal against Everton. He runs through and puts it into the back of the net. 10 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure that's the first time he got possession of the ball after he came on as a substitute. Pretty sure you might have seen it actually in the top under the scoreboard, but you can see good finish by Rodriguez to put us in the lead with 10 minutes to go against Everton. But then you can see they get forward here. Barkley picks it up, puts it in, it's missed, and the defending was so poor there, and Lukaku was just able to volley it into the back of the net. I was so disappointed. That's why it was paused out of anger. It was just one player cleared it off of another. Watch, I think it was Yunsuk Young hit it off of J. Rodriguez, and it landed perfectly for Lukaku. That was how that game finished, and we get into the final league game of this episode, I believe. Hernandez pulls it back, Besic takes a touch and puts it into the left-hand corner of the goal to make it 1-0 Hull at White Hart Lane. So a really good start once again, Besic scoring. He has been absolutely amazing. Like, I'm so glad I sold Hughes for 4 and bought him for his value of 7. Like, what a deal that's turning out to be, as he's scored a fair few already. I believe that to have been his 4th in the league. Sorry. But then you can see they're passing it about well, get through on goal with Heung-Min Son, and they beat the goalkeeper at the near post, which has happened a fair bit. But that's just what happens on FIFA 16. By the way, I am looking forward to FIFA 17. But a good finish overall by Son. Then you can see they're coming forward. Mignolet makes a save. We get it out with Trippier. He gives it to Mbakani. I was tempted to sweat it, but Mbakani slid it into the bottom corner to win the game for Hull. Hull City winning 2-1 at White Hart Lane against Tottenham. Really good from Trippier against his former team, because I felt he was at fault for the first goal. I'm not sure if you saw as far back as I was thinking, but he made up for it by getting the assist for the winner. Then you can see we get into the final game of this episode, which is against Aberdeen in the Europa League. Rodriguez goes forward, has a shot, it's saved, and Mbakani heads it into the back of the net. Not a very powerful header, quite weak actually, but we were just lucky. We were lucky that the save came straight to him, and lucky that no one was fast enough to get back, and that was how that game finished. A 1-0. So then you can see we advance into October. Towards the end of this episode, we get a training injury for Stephen Davies, who will be out for 2 months. So not been at the club long, and he's already out for 2 months. Darren Fry still looking good. We get a youth scouting update as well, and Richard there, I didn't see his last name, but I know he's called Richard. He looks good as well. But then you can see we advance on here, and we get into a squad report and the episode as usual. Once again, if you enjoyed the episode, please do leave a like. If you want to see any more of this career mode, or anything I do on FIFA 17, do subscribe. But again, thanks for watching. See you later.